guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are planning out the September monthly on my Erin Condren calendar pad. I use this for our refrigerator. So this is just the Erin Condren Focused Planner calendar pad. And I actually need to order a new one because I just have a few pages left. This thing has lasted me forever. I think it comes with 2 years worth of blank month pages, so it's awesome. But I used this and I put it on my refrigerator for my family to be able to see. Okay, there we go. Got it all numbered and dated. So now I'm going to just do a key, like a color coding system. So like I said, I use this for my like family calendar. So we put this on our refrigerator and the kids and my husband can see it regularly and they'll know what is going on. I put dad and then I started to spell my actual name, which would be silly. If I'm gonna put dad, I need to put mom. So there we go. That's a little bit better. Okay, so we've got those two colors used. And then Cadence is always pink. There we go. So I have a color for each person in our family, and then I use orange just for events where we all go together. So you have to bear with me here. I have to write and move it like this, so it's not going to be pretty in the frame, but that's okay. Let's get started here. So the first is Labor Day, which means everybody has a day off. There's no school and no work. So I'm just gonna write that in orange to signify that everybody's off. All right, and let's see here, Tuesday. Let's see if I can make this all fit. Yeah. I feel like every kid has something on Tuesdays, always. For the most part, my kids know what their schedules are like and what days they have things, but I do feel like this really helps. Just as a reminder, like I said, it stays on the fridge. Everybody can just look at it, look for their color, and it works out great. So Tuesdays are busy. Okay, I need another. Maybe I'll just use this black. Because Wednesday is our dog's birthday and he's going to daycare that day. So I'm just gonna write that in black. I wish I had a brown, that would be perfect, but I do not. Because he's a brown dog, so that would be great. That's okay. we'll go to church as a family, and then my daughter has cheer practice. There you go, that's looking good. Okay, and then Thursday is pretty simple. And then let's see here. We have a Chiefs game. We'll watch together as a family. Well, most of us. My daughter probably won't watch. And my youngest son is pretty iffy. Sometimes he'll watch for a little while, but he gets pretty distracted easily. So I'm gonna write this in green for my youngest son. Obviously, I'm gonna be going as well, and maybe even our middle child, but it's his friend, so I'm gonna write it like that. And then we've got cheer practice. There we go. Okay, and then on the 8th, Monday, let's see here. The little one has a soccer game. Okay, and then I am supposed to have a dermatologist appointment, but I've decided I'm canceling it, so I'm just gonna leave that alone. Let's see here. On Tuesday, I have a pretty big, like it's gonna take me several hours. I'm doing a fundraiser, and I'm one of the, like, I don't know, fundraiser chairs, people planning, whatever you want to call it. So that's gonna take a pretty big portion of my day. And then I also have a work meeting that morning. I should have thought that through because I'm gonna run out of space here. But we've got I'm not quite sure yet how we're gonna manage all of these things. And I wish I would have been thinking to put those in the exact order, just to make it look nice. I don't love that. That looks very messy, and I'm gonna go ahead and make these match this one so that they'll all look good in the end. So every Monday my son has games, and then practices are on Tuesday. And then keeping in the theme here, we have football every Tuesday for Hendrix. Okay. And then my daughter coaches at her cheer gym, and she takes a tumble class on Tuesday. All right. Okay, let's get back on track here. On the 10th, let's see, we have church every Wednesday. I don't know why I do this, but for some reason I always mark church on Wednesday nights, and I don't ever mark it on Sunday mornings on my monthlies, but we are always there on Sunday mornings. I'm not sure why I mark it like that, but that's okay. Okay, and then let's see here. We have a football game. I'm gonna mark it. It will be a family thing. Most of us will go, but because it's my daughter actually cheering, I'm just gonna write it as her color. There we go. And then I went ahead and wrote out practice just so it would match here. There we go. And let's see, we'll move on to here, and we have a high school football game. And then my daughter and I have to volunteer. It's 2 different things, so let's get extra here. That was completely unnecessary, but that's okay. And then there we go. She has FCA that morning. All right. The 13th, we have quite a bit going on here. So we have a hot air balloon festival in our town that we always love to go to. My son has a football game that afternoon, and then my daughter is doing a tumble clinic at her gym. There we go. Okay. That's looking pretty good. We'll come here to the start of Sunday football. I love it. So we have a Chiefs game on the 14th, and then I guess I shouldn't say the start of Sunday football, but the start for us, because we only watch the Chiefs. And let's see here, I've already marked his soccer game, so that's good there. And then I've got all of our usual practices on here, and I have a doctor's appointment that afternoon. And for me as well, I have a PTA meeting. I think that's it besides what we've already got here. And then let's see, we've got football practice. My handwriting looks atrocious. I'm sorry. We have robotics practice, and then my daughter has a football game here. Okay. On the 19th, let's see here, that is my husband's birthday. So we'll make sure to write that pretty big. And then my daughter has FCA. Okay, let's see here. On the 20th, son has a football game. Again, when it comes to these things, like our whole family will go. But I just write it in their color because it's about them. Okay, we have another Chiefs game. And my daughter has practice. On Monday here, they are having a men's dinner at our church that my husband, I believe, is going to go to. And that's it for Monday. On the 23rd, we have our normal practices. And then I have a few things. So I have my work meeting. We have every other week team meetings. And then I have a dentist appointment, which I don't love, but it is what it is. We already have church and cheer marked. And then on Thursday, same thing. My son has football and he has robotics practice. Okay, on the 26th, we have FCA. My son has a game on the 27th. There we go. We've already got the game marked and we've already got our practices marked. So I think that's it as far as actual activities and plans go. That was pretty quick and easy. And like I said, I'll just put this on the refrigerator so the kids can look at it at any time, be reminded of what they have going on, what they need to do. And then another thing I add on here that's really helpful for us, mainly because I do the meal planning and I do the grocery shopping for our family. However, my husband is the one that actually cooks, which is amazing. I really dislike cooking. And so he took that on and it's great. So I always write the items that I've planned out and purchased the food for over here so that he can choose whatever he feels like making that day or whatever he has time for. And then it's always on the refrigerator for him to be able to see. Okay, guys, I think that is it for that. That looks really good. Like I said, this just works out really well for our family. Might seem like an extra step since I'm already doing my own planners, and I do have a Google Calendar as well, but with this many people and this many activities, it just has to be everywhere. It has to be in our face so that nothing gets forgotten, nothing gets left behind. And I feel really good about the fact that we don't ever forget or miss things. So I don't know. It seems to be working for us. So here it is. Thank you guys so much for watching today. If you would like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks. Bye.